Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Rise and Shine. I'm your Tri-County Weather Service Chief Meteorologist James Foley here from 6 to 8 a.m. Welcome. We'll start off with the news right now. We do have some tropical weather that we are continuing to track as we get into the next several days, as we do have the potential for a system to form into from the Carolinas, currently now in Georgia, but it will come off into the waters once again sometime tomorrow and then evolve into a bigger storm and develop further into the Carolinas, into the mid-Atlantic. And that's where we have the potential to see some wet and windy weather, some much needed rain, of course, so that's the good news. But of course, we also have to watch for the winds. This could be our first tropical system of the season since Dorian. But again, the rain is definitely well needed. So let's get to the tropics right now. Timing that out. We have right now that system. We only watching one system, an area of low pressure that is located inland over central Georgia. This continues to produce a large area of showers and thunderstorms over portions of the southeastern U.S. This system is expected to move generally northeastward towards the east coast of the Carolinas and the mid-Atlantic states later this week. And of course, some development of the system is possible late this week if it moves over the water, because the waters are warmer and there is low wind shear, which does fuel tropical systems. Regardless of the development, the low is going to forecast to produce locally heavy rainfall that could cause some flash flooding across portions of the southeastern U.S. during the next couple of days, and then eventually up our coast. Still way too early yet to determine where it's going to head. The models have been going back and forth lately on where it's going. But as of now, it looks like that it's going to be close to the Bay of Fundy or somewhere in the Digby and Yarmouth area as we get into the weekend. Now, the timeline seems to be very consistent. It looks like this will arrive sometime on the weekend, Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. But once again, it does look like it's going to be on the weekend, and the track is again somewhere in the Bay of Fundy or on the very south shores of the Tri-Counties, either Digby or Yarmouth. It's going back and forth, so it's still days away yet, and it could change, but we are monitoring it very closely. But as of now, most of the tracks do have it towards Nova Scotia and the Bay of Fundy. And this is good because if it tracks over New Brunswick, that means that we may get more rain than wind. But if it tracks closer to Nova Scotia or makes landfall over us, then we will get the rain and wind, but it won't be so much wind and rain. It looks like this system is not going to be too strong, but it will be just a good fashion, nice spring storm, almost like, where we will have at least a good inch or two of rainfall. We will see some gusty and breezy winds. Not very strong winds, definitely not. I don't think the storm's going to be that big, but definitely some power outages could be possible. The winds are going to be gusting close to 90 or even 100 kilometers per hour with this system, so they will be quite gusty. So power lines could definitely be down. Small trees, of course, patio furniture, stuff like that. You do have to watch those. Trampolines, you're going to want to bring those in if the storm does come over us. So we will be watching that very closely as well. But as I was mentioning, the storm looks like they crossed through Cape Cod and into the southern parts of the Tri-Counties, either Digby or Yarmouth or the Bay of Fundy. Those are the very high scenarios right now, as it looks like. As of intensity, I do want to show you the intensity forecast because this is very important. This is what we use to determine what the very best scenario in the forecast of how strong this storm is going to be. So 98L model intensity guidance shows that many of the models are keeping this system as a tropical depression right through into the next whole week. Now, once it gets to our area in the next 4 to 5 days, it does look like it's going to intensify just a little bit, but it looks like it will still remain as a tropical depression or a very weak tropical storm. Now, a tropical depression is not very bad. It's just heavy rain and gusty winds of less than 65 kilometers per hour sustained. Now, if it reaches tropical storm force, and it does arrive as a tropical storm, then we will see tropical storm warnings and tropical storm conditions. A tropical storm is winds of 34 knots and higher, and very heavy rain. 35 knots is 65 knots kilometers per hour, and that is sustained. That is not gusts, that's sustained. Usually when you have winds of 60 plus, you're going to have gusts of close to 90 and 100 kilometers per hour. So if it does become a tropical storm and makes landfall as a tropical storm, then it's very likely we're going to see those winds gusting above 100 kilometers per hour. Of course, is damaging wind. Anything over 90 is damaging wind criteria. So roof shingles, windows, roof shingles and sidings, stuff like that will likely be damaged. Of course, we're used to that when we ever get windstorms, but we're not going to see like whole trees down, nothing like Arthur or Dorian, that's for sure. This is just going to be a very small tropical system that will just, and it's going to be a fast mover too. That's another thing. This will be a very fast moving system where it's going to be in and out real quick. It's just going to dump a lot of rainfall. That is actually a big concern. Usually fast-moving systems don't cause a lot of rain, but this one could bring a lot of rain, and that would mean we could see flash flooding, very possible, coastal flooding as well, some beach erosion, street flooding as well. All that is very possible, especially when you get that really hard tropical drenching downpours. That's when you're going to see the most likely some flooding. But as of now, we're going to continue to watch this, so we'll keep watching Tri-County Weather Service here for the latest update on that. We now go to the dry conditions that we are experiencing here in the Tri-Counties and much of Nova Scotia. Once again, we are in badly need of some rain. So far in the month of June, we've only had 15 millimeters of rain, and the normal is over 100. We were about 80 millimeters shy, or 80 millimeters in deficit for the month of June. It was a very warm June and a very dry month as well. And with that said, a lot of people still want to be out there burning. However, because of the dry conditions, we do have some restricted burning going on. So for today, we have some restricted burning rules that are in effect. So areas that are seeing restricted burning bans are Annapolis, Digby, Guysborough, Inverness, Queens, Shelburne, and Yarmouth. So all of the tri-counties, you are in a burn ban that is restricted. That means that burning is permitted between the hours of 7 p.m. and 8 a.m. So if you want to burn, then you're going to have to burn late this evening after 7 p.m. because of the restricted burn ban and the very dry conditions that we are experiencing. Alright, let's get to some of the weather right now. We have some beautiful weather out there, seeing some low clouds, lots of sunshine. That is all thanks to a large high pressure area that is just south of Yarmouth. This high pressure is keeping most of the storms off to the north and the south and keeping us dry. This will keep us dry through the next couple of days before our next system comes in for Thursday, which will bring us some much needed rain. And that is because of a cold front that's currently over the Great Lakes and southern Ontario right now, bringing some heavy rain and thunderstorms. That will move in here for Thursday, and it's going to bring some heavy rain potentially and some thunderstorms, but some also very warm and humid conditions as well as we get into Thursday. Today though, beautiful day it's going to be. We're going to see lots of sunshine. Temperatures once again into the low and mid 20s. Low humidity though, so that is good news. We're not going to have those humidex values into the 30s. It's going to feel comfortable. Wednesday, we're going to see some more sunshine, but increasing clouds as we get into the afternoon. Temperatures a little lower. Temperatures into the low 20s. Cooler on the coast once again. And by Thursday, with that rain coming in, we're going to see those temperatures really warm up as well. It's going to be real tropical out there. We're going to see dew points in the 20s, but actual temperatures into the mid and upper 20s. And in Fahrenheit, that is close to 80 degrees we're going to see for your Thursday. And morning lows are only going to drop down to about 16 degrees. So a very warm day on Thursday. And the heat does crank up as we get into the later part of the week before that tropical system arrives for the weekend. Until then, though, lots of sunshine we can expect today. Let's take a look now at the storm tracker radar. Really nothing to watch. It's bone dry out there. There is some rain, though, in northern Quebec. That will not impact us once again until Thursday. That rain is from the cold front. As we take a look at the satellite right now, we are looking at very clear skies over much of Nova Scotia. No clouds to report until you get to very south of Pennsylvania and up north into Quebec. That's where the clouds are. Otherwise, high pressure is really tearing those clouds apart. So it's going to be a beautiful day today. And we're going to take a look at the traffic now. So here's the traffic we are looking at for right now at 6:13 a.m. Beautiful morning in Tuscan and Sluice Point right now. Just a beautiful day out there. Dry roads. As we take a look at Pubnico Highway 103 East. Right now, 8.5 degrees, so we're going to call it 9 degrees Celsius. Some light traffic and some dry roads. As we take a look now into Meteghan Highway, we're looking at the foggy conditions and some light traffic. Put your high beams on, please, because it is very thick fog out there. So if you're heading into Meteghan Highway 101 North, you are going to see some foggy conditions out there. Take a look now at, Yarmouth Highway 101 North. Also seeing some very foggy conditions and light traffic, dry roads, 10 degrees out there. And as we take a look at Bridgewater right now, Highway 103 South, we are looking at 8 degrees this morning, a cool one out there, and beautiful sunshine, light traffic, and dry roads. So beautiful day if you're heading out for a morning jog or a quick drive. It's a beautiful day for it outside. However, we do have some inland fog, so just a reminder that if you are traveling inland on the highways, we do have some fog that is of concern. That fog will burn off later this morning, though, so that is the good news. And take a look at the current conditions right now. Very beautiful weather out there. We're seeing nice conditions, except for the fog inland. Temperatures right now anywhere from 8 and 12 degrees. When we come back, we will have a look at the full detailed weather forecast. And we'll have more on that system for Thursday and the weekend coming up very soon.